Hello my dear students, myself Miss Vaishali Dekate. Welcome to my channel. I am teaching you mathematics in standard 8. We are studying chapter number 8, quadrilaterals, constructions and types, practice set 8.3. Before that, subscribe my channel by pressing subscribe at right side to get my recent videos and videos from previous lessons also. Children, in my last video we have solved practice set 8.2, but with that we have seen three different types of quadrilaterals and their properties. Which were they? Those quadrilaterals were rectangle, square and rhombus. In this video also we are going to continue with few more types of quadrilaterals and their properties. So next type of quadrilateral is parallelogram. So let us see the definition and properties of parallelogram. What is the definition? A quadrilateral having opposite sides parallel is called parallelogram. Can you see here? Opposite sides are parallel. Which are the opposite side? Side AD is parallel with side BC. You all have seen the meaning of parallel lines in lesson number 3. So here in parallelogram, always both the pairs of sides are parallel to each other. So side AD is parallel to side BC. This AD is parallel to BC. That means these two opposite sides are parallel to each other. Similarly, side AB is parallel to side DC. So sides are parallel, opposite sides are parallel. Then we are going to see few more properties of parallelogram. Let us see. Opposite angles are congruent. What is the property? Opposite angles are congruent. So angle A is congruent with angle C because these two are opposite angles, and angle B is congruent with angle D. Second property is opposite sides are congruent. In definition we have seen that opposite sides are parallel, and property is opposite sides are congruent. So side AD is congruent with side BC and side AB is congruent with side DC. So opposite sides are congruent. Now let us see one more property. Diagonals bisect each other. Now bisect meaning also you all know that the diagonals are intersecting here at point T, and due to intersection at point T they bisect each other. Means what? They make two equal parts of each other. So which are two equal parts? Two equal parts of PR is PT and TR. That means PT equal to TR. Similarly, two equal parts of QS is, diagonal QS is QT and ST. So this is QT and this is ST. These two segments are congruent with each other. So that is called bisect each other. Let us see next type of quadrilateral, which is known as trapezium. So what do you mean by trapezium? See the definition. If only one pair of opposite sides of quadrilateral is parallel, then it is called trapezium. In quadrilateral WXYZ, only one pair of opposite sides, sec WZ and sec XY, is parallel. So by the definition, quadrilateral WXYZ is trapezium. So as you all can see, in this trapezium, only one pair of opposite side, that means this WZ is parallel to XY. These two sides are parallel to each other. But when we see on the next opposite sides, next pair of opposite side, what we can see? Are they parallel? See, WX and ZY, they are not parallel. If we extend them, they will intersect each other. They are not parallel. So in trapezium, only one pair, only this pair, either this pair or the this pair, sometimes this pair also, wx and zy also, sometimes they are parallel. So that means only one pair of opposite side is parallel, then that is a trapezium. And with that, what is the property? With the property of interior angles formed by two parallel lines and their transversal, we get major angle W plus major angle X is equal to 180. So W plus X, these two interior angles are supplementary. 180 means supplementary. You all know that when the sum of two angles is 180, they are supplementary. Similarly, Y plus Z is also 180. So, major angle W plus major angle X is also 180 and major angle Y plus major angle Z is also 180 because they are interior angles formed due to these two parallel lines. This W and X formed due to transversals WZ and Z and Y is formed due to transversal line ZY. So this is one property. With the property of interior angles formed by two parallel lines and their transversal, we get major angle W plus major angle X is equal to 180 and major angle Y plus major angle Z is equal to 180. So in a trapezium, out of 4 pairs of adjacent angles, 2 pairs are supplementary. So these are the properties and definition of trapezium. This is the last type of quadrilateral which we are studying in standard 8. The name of quadrilateral is kite. So let us see the definition and properties of kite. So what is the definition? If one diagonal is the perpendicular bisector of the other diagonal, then quadrilateral is called a kite. Can you see this kite shaped quadrilateral here? A, B, C, D. You can see the shape of this quadrilateral is like a kite and two diagonals are there, diagonal BD and diagonal AC. These two diagonals are there and they are perpendicular bisector of each other. That means what? They are making two equal parts of each other, but at the same time they are intersecting in 90-degree angle. Here the 90-degree angles are formed. So what is given after that? Let us see. In adjacent figure of quadrilateral ABCD, verify with the divider seg AB is congruent with seg CB. This AB is congruent with CB. AB is congruent with CB. These two sides are congruent, two adjacent sides are congruent. Similarly, AD is congruent with CD. AD and CD are equal, AB and CB are equal. So, two adjacent sides are congruent. Similarly, measure BAD and BCD, verify they are congruent. So, we have to measure BAD and BCD and we can see that they are also congruent. So, from this what we can say about the properties? Two pairs of adjacent sides are congruent and one pair of opposite angles are congruent. So, these are the properties of kite. So, let us see the question. Okay children, so now let's see practice set 8.3. We have seen these types of quadrilateral just now. Parallelogram we have seen where quadrilateral having opposite sides parallel. Then we have seen the next type of quadrilateral which is trapezium and then kite. So based on this we are going to solve the sums from practice set 8.3. Question number 1, 2 and 3 are there. So let us see question number 1. I have written the questions on my page. Question is measures of opposite angles of parallelogram are 3x minus 2 degree and 50 minus x degree. Find the measures of each angle. So opposite angles are given and we have to find the measures of remaining two angles. So let us see. I have drawn this rough sketch here. This is the rough sketch and this is compulsory. This is you have to draw in your solution also. Now see, this is any parallelogram. Name is not given, so I can give it a name as A, B, C, D. opposite angles are given. So let us take this. A is equal to 3x minus 2 degree and C is 50 minus x degree. And find the measures of each angle. That means we have to find the measure of A, measure of B, measure of C and measure of D. We have to solve this and we have to get the answer for A and C also, and after that we have to find the measure of angle B and measure of angle D also. So let us first solve it. We have given this quadrilateral ABCD is a parallelogram. And just now we have seen the properties related to angles of the parallelogram. Which are those properties? Property of angles related to parallelogram is opposite angles of parallelogram are congruent. So this is the property which you have to write in your solution also. Opposite angles are congruent. That means major angle A is equal to major angle C and major angle A is equal to C and D is equal to B. So that I am going to write here major angle B is equal to major angle D. So these opposite angles are equal. Now let us first write major angle A is equal to major angle C and let us solve the sum first. Major angle A is equal to major angle C. Now A is given 3x minus 2 degree and C is given 50 minus x degree. We can remove the bracket and degree here and we can solve the sum. 3x minus 2 is equal to 50 minus x. Now see children, the constant term we are going to transfer on right hand side and variable term we are going to transfer on left hand side. So let us see how to transfer. You all know this 3x and x are the variable terms and 2 and 50 are the constant terms. So this minus x I am going to transfer on this side. 3x write as it is, minus x transfer it becomes plus x is equal to 50 write down as it is on right hand side. Minus 2 transfer here it becomes plus 2. So now we can add because these are the like terms now. These are the same terms now. We can add 3x plus 1x. Nothing is there means always 1 is there. So 3x plus 1x is 4x and 50 plus 2 is 52. Now once again we have to transfer this 4 on the right hand side. From left it will go on the right hand side. So only x write on left hand side. 52 as it is and 4 transfer, it is 4 multiplied by x. So when we transfer it becomes divide by. So divide 52 by 4. 4 ones are 4. 4 ones are 4. 4 threes are 12. So x is equal, sorry, 4 threes are 12, correct. X is equal to 13 we are getting. X is 13. So we can get the answers for A and C now. A is 3x minus 2. So major angle A and C will be equal because they are opposite angles. So both the measures will be equal, but still we are going to find it out. 3x minus 2 degree. 3 into x. X we have got 13 minus 2 degree. So 13 threes are 39 minus 2 degree. And 39 minus 2 is 37 degrees. So major angle A is 37. A is 37 means C also will be 37. Let us see how much we are getting. C is equal to 50 minus x degree. So 50 minus x value is 13 we are going to write. And 50 minus 13 is equal to 37. So in this way angle A and C are 37, 37. Now we have to get the measures of angle D and measure of angle B. We can get any one of the angles because you all know DC is parallel to AB. ABCD is parallelogram, so opposite sides are parallel and we can take any one of these sides as a transversal. As you can take AD or BC. So I am going to take BC as a transversal. Let us write again. Side AB parallel side DC and this line we can take as a transversal. this side BC is a transversal. Transversal I am writing here. So because of that, what happened? These two, angle C and angle B, these two interior angles are formed, and we all know when interior angles are in between two parallel lines, they are supplementary. We have seen this in our third lesson of parallel lines and transversal. So when the two angles are there in the interior between two parallel lines, they are supplementary. So let us write that interior angles are supplementary. So I am going to directly write their addition. Angle B plus angle C is equal to 180 degree. I am going to write here interior angles. They are supplementary. And now B we have to find out. C just now we have got 37 degree is equal to 180 degree. So major angle B is equal to 180. This 37 plus 37 transfer, it becomes minus 37. So major angle B is equal to what is 180 minus 37? We will get 143 degree. So B is 143 means D is also 143, and therefore major angle D is also equal to 143 degree. So in this way we have got the measure of all four angles. A is 37, C is 37, B is 143 and D is 143. Write the answer in statement form. Therefore, the measures of all four angles of a parallelogram are 37, 143 degree, again 37 degree and 143 degree. So in this way we can solve the sum to get the answer for all four angles. See children, in second question we have given one diagram here. Parallelogram is there, WX, YZ, and we have to write the answers for these 5 questions. We have to refer this diagram and just observe the diagram and write down the questions for write down the answers for these questions. So let us see the questions one by one. I have written same questions on my page. Now let us see, referring the adjacent figure of parallelogram. Write the answers of questions given below. If WZ is 4.5 cm, then XY, length XY is equal to how much? Let us first observe this WZ and XY. See, this is WZ and this is XY. So what we can observe, WZ and XY are opposite sides of parallelogram. And what is the property related to opposite sides of parallelogram? Opposite sides of parallelogram are congruent. So this property we are going to write. Solution. Opposite sides of parallelogram are congruent. Okay, and as WZ and XY are opposite sides, they are congruent, they are equal. Therefore length WZ is equal to length XY is equal to, both will be equal to 4.5 centimeter. So WZ is 4.5 means XY is also 4.5 centimeter. Now let us see the second sum. Length YZ is equal to 8.2 centimeter. Length XW is equal to how much? Now again see this YZ and XW sides. YZ is this side and XW is this side. Can you see in the diagram? They are again opposite to each other, again the opposite sides. So again we are going to write same property in the beginning of the solution. Write opposite sides of parallelogram are congruent. I'm writing below because x is here, this vertex is here. So what I have written, opposite sides of parallelogram are congruent. So these are the opposite sides. Therefore length yz is equal to length xw, and they both are equal. That means they are equal to 8.2 centimeter. So in this way we have to write the solutions. Now third question is, if length OX is 2.5 centimeter, then what is length OZ is equal to? So again observe this two segments OX and OZ. Where is OX? This is OX and this is OZ. So OX and OZ are two parts of diagonal XZ. Can you observe this diagonal XZ? And OX and OZ are the two parts of diagonal XZ. And we know the property of diagonals bisect each other. That means this XZ is bisected into two equal parts. Which are those two equal parts? OX and OZ. So we are going to write the property first. Diagonals of parallelogram bisect each other. So therefore length OX is equal to length OZ is equal to 2.5 centimeter. They both will be, OX and OZ will be equal, and if OX is 2.5, OZ is also 2.5. Now next question number 4 is, if length WO is equal to 3.3 centimeter, then length WY is equal to how much? Now let us observe the figure again. WO, and WO is given, which is 3.3. I am writing here 3.3 centimeter till from W till O. Half diameter is given. We have to find the full diameter, and we know as the diameter bisect each other, this WO is half of WY. What does it mean? This WY will be double of WO. Okay, so that we are going to write here. Again we are starting our solution with the property of diagonals. So write the solution. Diagonals of parallelogram bisect each other. What does it mean? They make two equal parts, and half part is this small part is half of this bigger diagonal. That means this bigger diagonal is double of this small part. So bigger diagonal, that means length WY is double. Double means 2 multiplied by length WO. This is double of WO. So 2 into 3.3, what is the answer? 6.6 centimeter. So WY, full WY is 6.6 centimeter. Now let us see the last question. Last question is, WZY is 120 degree. Major angle WXY is equal to how much? Let us observe WZY. WZY means this angle Z. We have to observe the middle vertex, middle point. Middle point is the angle. So WZY. See here it is WZY. That means this angle Z is given to us, which is 120. So Z is 120. That means X is also 120 degree. We have given Z, which is 120. We have to find X. So Z is 120. That means X is 120 because opposite angles of parallelogram are congruent. Then we have to find XWZ. We have to find this W also. So we have to find this W. As you all know, W and X are two interior angles between these two parallel lines. Interior angles are supplementary. That property we are going to apply. So first we are going to apply the property of opposite angles, and then we will apply the properties of interior angles. So let us see. We start our solution from the property of opposite angles. opposite angles of parallelogram are congruent. So WZY and WXY are opposite angles. Therefore, major angle WZY is equal to major angle WXY. Both will be equal to 120 degree. So WXY is 120. Now we have to find XWZ. So first we are going to write these two parallel sides. Side WZ is parallel to side XY, and we will take this side WX as the transversal. So this I am going to write here. Side WZ is parallel to side XY and side WX is transversal. So these are two interior angles. XWZ, major angle XWZ plus major angle WXY is equal to 180 degree. They are supplementary. Their total is 180 degree because they are interior angles. Here we are going to write interior angles in the bracket. Now we have to find major angle XWZ. WXY we have got 120. We put 120 here is equal to 180 degree. So major angle XWZ is equal to 180 degree as it is. Only plus 120 I am going to transfer here. It becomes minus 120. So major angle XWZ is equal to what is 180 minus 120? 0. 8 minus 2 is 6. 1 minus 1 is 0. So XWZ is equal to 60 degree. So in this way you can solve all the questions from this second sum. Okay children, now let us see question number 3. Construct a parallelogram ABCD such that length BC is 7, ABC, major angle ABC 40 degree and length AB is 3 centimeter. So I have drawn a rough sketch, and from this rough sketch we are going to draw the fair one. So in rough sketch BC is 7, ABCD parallelogram I have drawn. BC is 7, so this BC side is 7 centimeter. Angle ABC is 40 degree, that means angle B, this middle angle B is 40. So I am going to write here B is equal to 40 degree and AB is 3 centimeter. AB is 3 centimeter. So only from these 3 elements we cannot draw the fair sketch. We have to get one more element. We can get this angle and then you can draw the fair diagram. Okay, so let us draw the angle. Let us find out the angle, or you can draw by using the property of opposite angles are congruent. Anything you can apply any one of the property and find out 2 more elements. You all know we require 5 elements for constructing any type of quadrilateral. We have given only 3 elements, so we have to find 2 more elements. So let us start our solution first. First solve, get 2 more elements, and then we can construct the fair diagram. Quadrilateral ABCD is a parallelogram, and we all know opposite angles and opposite sides of parallelogram are congruent. So I am going to write here opposite angles and opposite sides of parallelogram are congruent. So opposite angles, which are the opposite angle? Angle B and angle D. I am going to write angle B using 3 letters because here 3 letters are given. So angle B means angle ABC and angle D means angle ADC. So major angle ABC is equal to major angle ADC C, and both will be equal to 40 degree, because ABC is 40, that means ADC is also 40 degree. Now one more thing we have written, opposite sides are also congruent, that means BC, length BC is equal to length AD. BC is 7, that means AD is also 7 centimeter. Now AB 3, so DC is also 3. So length AB is equal to length DC is equal to 3 centimeter. So here I am writing 3 centimeter and 3 centimeter. Okay. So again we can find out either this angle A or angle C, and then it will be easy to construct a diagram. Here we have got 5 elements, but it becomes difficult to construct a diagram. If you get one more angle here, it will be very easy to construct the diagram. So either angle A or C we are going to get. So I am solving for angle C. So side AD is parallel to side BC. Correct? These two sides AD and BC are parallel, and we are going to take this side DC as the transversal. Is transversal. We are going to get this D and C. These are the interior angles. So major angle ADC. I am writing this angle D using 3 letters. Major angle ADC plus major angle BCD or DCB. You can write anything. I am writing BCD is equal to 180 degree. What we have to write in the bracket? Interior angles. So major angle ADC we have given, it is 40 degree. Just now we have got here by using the property of opposite angle. So ADC is 40 degree. I am writing 40 degree here. Major angle BCD is equal to 180 degree. So major angle BCD is equal to 180 degree minus 40 degree. So major angle BCD is equal to 140 degree. So in this way BCD we have got 140 degree. So this is 140 degree. Now it will be easy to draw the diagram, fair diagram. So let us start drawing our fair diagram. I will draw this rough diagram here also below. So from by watching this rough diagram simultaneously we can draw the fair one. So I am drawing here also rough diagram. You don't need to draw 2 times because my page is going upward. So that's why I am drawing it again. So this is B, C, D, A. This is 40 degree. This is 140 degree. BC is 7 centimeter. AB is 3 centimeter. And DC is 3 centimeter. These 5 elements we are going to use to draw our fair diagram. So here I am writing again, it is rough sketch. We have to do everything in this sum. We have to solve the sum also. We have to write the solution also like this. And then we have to draw the fair diagram also. We have to draw the rough diagram also, write the solution also, and then construct the fair diagram. So let us start from BC base side. BC is 7 centimeter. So I am going to draw BC 7 centimeter. 0 to 7. This is BC 7 centimeter. Now I am going to use my protractor to draw the rays of 40 degree and 140 degree. So let us take out my protractor. I am going to place my protractor on point B. From point B I have to put the point at 40 degree. So as my side is on, segment is on right side, I start from the 0 of right side, 0, 10, 20, 30 and 40 here. I will put the point here. Now I will place my protractor on point C. My side is on the left hand side now. So So I start from the 0 of left hand side till 140. I count 140 comes here. So in this way I have put 2 points of 40 and 140. I am going to draw the rays. Okay, in this way I am drawing the rays. I have drawn 2 rays. Here it is 40-degree ray and here it is 140-degree ray. Children, you all know I am using my pen so that it is visible to you all. You all have to use pencil only while drawing your rough sketch, fair sketch, everything. Whenever you do any construction, any drawing in maths, you have to use your pencil only, not pen. So now we have to make the arcs at 3 cm from B also and 3 cm from C also. So I am going to take the distance of 3 cm in my compass in this way. See, here I am taking 3 cm distance in the compass. And I will be drawing arcs from point B and from point C also. Make the points dark. These points are at 3 cm from B and C. This is point A, this is point D. Now we are going to join the point ABCD. Join the point A and D. So in this way we got the fair diagram of parallelogram ABCD.
Thank you for watching my video. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe.